What is up people, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to get into the restricted areas of the training facility in Helldivers 2. To do this first though, you're going to need to complete the basic training and get to the very end. So we're going to whiz through that now and I'll see you in a second. Now the reason you need to complete the basic training is that it will give you access to the machine gun stratagem, which is essential to break back into the facility. So once you get your cape and exit the course, don't get on the shuttle. So you've made it to the end. I'm going to show you two cool things before you start to break in. If we go to the right of the shuttle and look down, there's a flamethrower which is lying on a patch of scorched sand, and to the right of that, slightly hidden away in some shrubs, is a dead bug. To find the next little Easter egg, I guess you could call it, we're going to stand in the middle of the patch of that scorched sand, and to your left you should have the shuttle, and we're going to want to head south, or 170 as you can see on the compass, and if you continue to follow the path I take, you're going to come across a hidden statue of a Helldiver doing the salute, with two Super Earth flags on either side, and a pile of dirt at the base of the statue with a shovel sticking in it. Once you're done paying your respects, you're going to retrace your steps until the shuttle comes into view, but this time you want to go to the right of it and follow the path I take until you're near two dead bushes and a little drop. It's time to get into the training facility. The first and probably hardest step is right here. We're going to use our machine gun stratagem to build a bridge across this little dip, and if done correctly we will be able to mantle up onto the other side. Some things to know: you want to make sure your hell pod on the far side is close enough that you can mantle onto the rock. You can probably do this with 3 hell pods, but it's easier with 4 because then you don't have to dive onto the pods, which will probably result in you ragdolling and falling off them. And try not to place them too close either, because then they will break. You can do this at different points along here, but I'm just trying to do it where it's the shortest gap because that's the easiest. And if you're lucky, you might be able to mantle onto the hell pod from the ground, but that doesn't usually happen. And we're up. Before we move on to step 2, there's some interesting things here, like structures with the Terminid logo, a pelican one with its door open, and lots of body bags, which is not suspicious at all. When you see me run east from the pelican, it's because there's a cave, but there's not too much going on down there, and I don't want this video to be crazy long, so let's get back to the next area to get back into the training facility. And also, that bug that you seen in the beginning, that is not a regular occurrence. It's just because when I was completing the training course I ran so fast that I didn't actually kill all the bugs at the very last stage. For step 2, this is the easiest one. We're going to call down a machine gun onto the middle of this slope. It's then going to be low enough that we can mantle onto it, and then all we need to do is dive over the barbed wire wall, and with some luck we should get it quite quickly. Step 3 is going to see you get into your first restricted area, so get past the barbed wire training stage and go right around the corner, but do not go through the doors because they will shut and the other ones won't open, so you'll be stuck. Instead, call your machine gun down on the fence to the left of the smaller walls you need to mantle over, and this fence breaks completely, which is nice, and you're in. Here, you've got more body bags, you've got a little table and chairs set up with what looks like ashtrays, and you got freedom beer. It says, "A taste of freedom, brewed free back home." You also have Beans Old West, Super Earth's finest fruit mix, and Old Oswald's oatmeal. There's a few more things to see here, I won't bore you too much, but if you go up the stairs, don't get off them at the top because you'll drop through the floor. And now finally, step 4, we're going to go back to where the barbed wire drill is, and once you get past that, there's 2 levels that you need to mantle, so we're going to use that with our hell pods to build a little ladder and hop the wall. So put your first hell pod down on the lower level, and then put your second hell pod down beside it on the higher level, and you should be able to mantle onto the lower hell pod, then onto the higher one, and then hop the wall. Now once you're up there, you can either drop down straight away or walk along the walls around pretty much the entire facility, and once you drop down there, there is more for you to see, including the yellow cage that makes noise and bounces around. And this is where I'm going to end the video. I'm assuming if you're a PC player, there's an easier way to do this. If you're not though, and want to see some cool things, or you're curious about what's in the restricted areas of the training facility, this is a way to do it. If you found the video enjoyable, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.